Hi guys, how you guys doing? Welcome back to my channel. Taylor here. So on today's review video, I'm going to be reviewing the DJI Spark. So this is a drone that I took with me recently when I went on vacation through Alaska and Canada, and it was very helpful. And yeah, so let's talk about it and see what I thought about it. So let's get packing. So I actually got this like super cool case for it, which is really helpful in what I packed it with. So as you can see, like the case looks like this, and then everything kind of neatly fits in there. So I bought a controller. Definitely get one of these. I think it's like 50 bucks. I'll link it down below. You can get it from Amazon. This helps so much in terms of just using it. It like opens up right here. You can like stick your phone into it, and then you can see everything from your phone. Stick your phone there, and then there's a little cable that'll actually plug into here and then plug into it at the bottom down there. And I have it for the iPhone. There's one for iPhone, one for Android. But then you can like see everything on like your screen right here while you're like controlling it like this. So definitely get one of these. It helps so much in terms of like operating it, especially if you're like new to flying drones and everything. So, but next up then we have the actual drone is like in here like this, and then there's like 2 batteries that I have in here, and then there's also like the extra little blades right there, and then like a different little section. Not really sure what's supposed to go there. I just have like the adapter for my micro SD card, and then there's like actually like a storage pouch right here, so you can like zip that up. You can zip that up and put stuff in there. I just have the charging cord in there. But yes, definitely get this. I think this was like $40 or something off Amazon. I don't know, I'll link it below. Definitely get this for the Spark. So using it and everything, I loved it. It was incredibly intuitive. It was very easy to use with the controller. Without the controller, I was able to fly it. I've been flying drones for a little while. I was able to fly it on my phone and everything, but it is more difficult that way. So I would definitely suggest like using the controller. It has like a lot of neat little things on here, like there's like a little quick camera button, a record button, and like there's an automatic like home point right here. So one of the cool things about this drone though, and something that was a definite lifesaver, is that it will actually, if you choose a starting point, like you can have it choose a starting point of where it's supposed to start and end at, it will come back to that point. It'll locate it based off GPS coordinates, even if it loses the reception to your phone. And I actually had this happen to me personally, and it was great. So my friend and I were somewhere in Alaska, the Alaskan highway or whatever, and I sent my drone out really far as it'll go, and it was really high and everything, and got like good shots of like the mountain and everything. And then him and I were talking, and I pressed the button to have it come back home. Like there's a button you can press to just have it auto return home, and then you just leave it alone and it'll fly itself. And it has sensors all around it, so it'll sense if it's gonna hit something. And him and I were talking, and I wasn't paying attention. We're in the middle of nowhere on the Alaskan highway. Next thing I know, I don't hear anything, like nothing. And I have pretty good hearing, so I'm able to kind of hear the blades of the drone, and I didn't hear anything. And so we looked up, and it was gone, like nowhere to be found. And I was like, what the hell? There was no way for me to go and like look for it, because basically we were on the cliff, like on the side of a mountain where you can like go and take scenic views and everything. And there were 2 mountains in between us, and then a lake, and then there were all these trees that were hundreds of feet down below us. And so there was like no way for me to go down there. And so I like looked everywhere, couldn't see it, and I was just freaking out, and I was like, great, now I've lost it, like there goes the drone. And then sure enough, after about like a minute and a half, we heard it, and then I saw it come like up out of the trees, and then it was like came out of the trees and it came into the air, and then it like flew back to like the starting point by me. And basically what happened is I was in the middle of nowhere, and I had no phone service at all. So my phone service was coming and going, and since I was using my phone that way with the drone, I lost service, and the drone lost connection to the phone. So what it did actually, and I'll play some of the footage of it right here, is that it actually like landed itself completely fine in the middle of the woods, and then kind of did its whole thing where it spins around and calibrates itself, and then it came back up and started flying towards the coordinates where it was supposed to be. So before it was flying to my phone, and then when my phone lost service, the drone had to recalibrate and find and remember its own home coordinates that weren't necessarily to my phone. And so that, like, it being able to return to home was amazing and definitely saved my drone, because otherwise I would have lost it. If it were a cheaper model or anything, or it didn't have that feature, then this would have just been sitting somewhere in Alaska in the middle of a forest being eaten by a bear, like, because I would have lost it. So yeah, that return to home feature definitely saved my life, because that would have sucked. Other than that, everything else was pretty much the same as with using a drone. You know, you can fly it. I think it can go like a mile away and a mile up or something like that. And it has 4K video, very good footage. It all looked fantastic. And it was very intuitive, as in, like, if I was using the controller, if I went like this, or, you know, if I stopped suddenly, it stopped as well. There was no lagging or anything on that part. So that was pretty great. It also has like it shows the live video, and there's an SD card in there, so I can like actively see what I'm recording and seeing what it's looking at. But it can also stream and save it directly to your phone. I wouldn't suggest this. When I was trying to do that, it kind of distorted the video a little bit. It kind of had like freezing frames and skips and everything, and that's mostly probably because I was in the middle of nowhere, so I didn't really have great phone service. But definitely you're going to get the best quality in picture with an SD card, hands down. I have like a 4K 64 gig like writable one, so it's like really good for writing, and saves it instantly and things like that. So landing, and all the sensors were really good. It actually would warn me if it was about to hit something, if like maybe I couldn't see it or something. I was always flying it where I could kind of see it, but you know, if I'm getting lower and trying to get good shots of like the lake or something wherever I am, then you know, I might have an obstructed view of it. But it was really good about alerting whenever it was going to hit something, even backing up or anything else like that. So that was great. And it would not land if it felt that, or if it sensed that there was something in its way and the landing was obstructed in any way. So that was really good as well. The thing that I couldn't get to work right was the gesture mode. Basically there's a mode where you can like have it on your hand, like the selfie mode. It has like, it's one of those, like a selfie drone, and you can have it on your hand, you can release it and it'll fly up. I couldn't ever get it to do that. I don't know if it was something I was doing wrong or what, but I could never get it to where it would just like release my hand and fly up. I was always like the little LED lights on the bottom. These little things, they were always red. They need to be green in order for you to take off. So that didn't work. And then when I tried the selfie mode and using the hand gestures, I couldn't really get it to work really well for me. It never snapped my picture. The only thing I was able to get it to do is you can hold the palm of your hand out and have it kind of move like this. I was able to get it to do that a couple of times, like to move up and down. That was about it though. It never took my picture. Like there's a snapshot gesture. I never got to take my picture, and I couldn't get it to follow me. I think you're supposed to like hold your hands up like this, and it's supposed to like follow you. I couldn't get that to happen, so I had to keep like, you know, actively looking down and having it actively follow me while I was like staring down at it to make sure that it was going in my direction. So yeah, I'm not sure what was up with that, if it was something that I was doing wrong. I read the instructions, I watched a video on it. Maybe I got like a bad model, I'm not sure. But I've seen other people in other videos be able to do it, and it's pretty cool. So I'm gonna keep trying to see if I can get it to, you know, work right. The time on this lasts for about like 5 to 7 minutes, so not super long, but none of them are gonna last long. It's recording and flying and everything, so none of them are gonna last like terribly long. But it's good for everything that I wanted to do for it. You know, like stopping somewhere, flying in between a mountain, seeing a glacier, whatever, and then coming back to me. I never really found myself like actively running out of battery life like while it was in the air, and if I did, I had like the second battery that came with it, so it was completely fine. Like there was not ever an issue of 5 to 7 minutes not necessarily being long enough, but it all kind of depends on what you're going to be doing it for, how long you need to like the footage to go for and everything. But it's really simple to just swap out the batteries and everything if it's about to die or whatever. This one will automatically come back whenever it is about to die, so that's really nice as well, like because I'll try to test things as much as possible, and I think that'd be pretty bad and stupid to do for a drone, but I was trying to do it anyways, where I was like, oh no, just a little bit longer, but it'll actually like be like, nope, coming back now, like about to die, like it won't play that, it's not gonna try. So that's really good. And this one also, like I think all the DJI models won't fall out of the sky or anything. They all have some sort of sensors on them. They'll all like land graciously and everything, and this one did that. So yeah, it was really nice. And it had enough sensors to even know that I couldn't even like force it to land in some places. Some places it like detected something. I don't know if it was like a rock or something, but it would refuse to land in like a certain area. Even though I was looking at it and it was fine, like I would try to manually land it and it would kind of like alert me and be like, no, like this isn't good or whatever. So I'd have to like kind of move it. So it was weird. I don't know if it was sensing like maybe that the ground was uneven or what, but I mean, all in all, I think it was like a great like safety feature sort of thing. So that's really good. The app is like really nice. It actually has like an option to scan the QR codes. Now, I did have an issue with using the controller, and this, like whenever you try to like scan it, it wasn't working every time. I had to keep actively doing that multiple times. Every time I like put the drone away, whenever I'd pick it back out, I'd have to like actively do it several times. I tried to get it to work with the controller. I'm not sure if that was something with the controller or the drone or my phone or what. As far as I knew, everything was up to date and stuff. But yeah, it took a few times of doing that, but it's still worth using the controller versus trying to use it on your phone. Just because it's so much easier. But anyway, so it has like you can scan the QR code to try to like scan the Wi-Fi of the drone and everything. I couldn't necessarily get that to work as well either. Sometimes it'd scan the drone and connect, other times I'd have to go into the settings in my phone and connect to the Wi-Fi that way. So it was a bit like tedious. It is what it is. So then it has like a couple different options. There's an academy option, which I think is pretty cool. It gives you like flight tutorials, simulators, things like that to like kind of like use before you start flying it. So I think that's pretty awesome. Then it has flight records. This will show you, like how often, how much you've flown, what your top speed was, where you went, things like that. I think that's pretty neat and cool as well. And the flight list will also show you what, like where you flew at and how long. Like there's British Columbia, Anchorage, Hope, the different places that I flew it at, so that's pretty neat. And then it has Geo Zones, which actually will tell you where it is safe to, where around you it's safe to actually like fly. So being that I'm in Dallas, pretty much like almost nowhere is safe to fly. There's a couple of little areas or whatever, I guess, where it shows that you can kind of fly. But yeah, for the most part, since we have like these two major areas, since we have like DFW and Dallas Love Field here, it's like a very no-fly safe zone or whatever. And then it has an option to find my drone, where it will show like basically where the drone is and the last place it was detected and everything. So in the event that you do lose it, like you have one of the issues where I had, where it like fell and everything. So then you also have like an editor where you can actually make a movie out of the drone footage that you have and everything, the different pictures and stuff. So it's pretty cool. I didn't really like play around with that too much, just because I'm gonna edit them. I'm not gonna edit it like on this. I'm gonna edit it using the editing software that I have. And then it has like this little social app where you can follow people and like their drone footage and stuff like that, I guess. And then it's got like a tab for you and things like that. So yeah, I haven't really done anything on it, but the app is pretty neat. When you like get inside the drone and you're actually able to like see it and whatnot, it's pretty cool. I don't have mine on right now, but this is like the way the screen looks. You would be able to see like where it is in terms of a compass, and then you can fly it up and down on the side, take pictures. There's like the land and return to home and land option right there, and then that is the takeoff. So there's like a safe way to take off where it'll just automatically take off and hover and wait for you to like control it that way. So that's pretty cool. And then you can kind of edit everything in here. I'm not going to go into like all the different things you can do, but there's a lot of different customize options and ways to set up things, the different modes that you can fly it in. All in all, it's really good. I definitely suggest getting this one. This is a great travel drone, and it travels really well, especially if you get like this is a pretty tough case. It's got like a couple of like little dents or whatever, but I put this in my suitcase and it flew from Texas all the way to Alaska, and then from Canada back to Texas. So it travels pretty well. It's pretty heavy duty in here. So I definitely suggest getting this if you're going to like be traveling with it. But yeah, all in all, I'd say that this is definitely a really good drone. It doesn't have as many features as like the Mavic Pro, which of course it's not going to because that's a more expensive model. But it has enough for doing all the basic stuff that you want to do and then some. And the app is really cool. So definitely get one of these with the controller if it's your first time flying, or even if it's not, it's still a lot easier. I mean, I definitely use the controller all the time versus trying to navigate it on my phone. The only time I won't use controllers if I use my iPad, and that's so rare. But anyway, so I hope that this video helps. Let me know what you guys think, comment down below, and if you have any questions or anything, please let me know. Definitely get one of these. I'm gonna give, like, it's totally worth getting, and definitely like a lifesaver in terms of traveling and all the sensors and everything. DJI is probably the best brand to get for drones, so yeah, I would definitely stick with this brand if you're going to get it, and they're about market rate, so you know, I wouldn't necessarily go with one of the off brands or anything else like that when it comes to this. So anyways, but thanks for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys around the world. Bye.